have never ever been to a fair. So I'm known as an unfair man. The top dealers in England, in London, are very famous. I'm not going to mention the names, very long established. I applied as a young man to go to a fair, and they didn't want me. They refused to have me. Of course, that hurt me a lot, and I found it very upsetting, embarrassing. And then I found out why they didn't want me. Because they would come to me a month or two before the Grosvenor Fair, that was the big fair at the time, and buy from me. I was small and hidden. They came and they bought, and they put it in the fair on their stand. And when I went to the fair, all my pieces were sold. They had a red sticker. So I realized I'm the supplier to these people. That's why they don't want me as a competitor. The next worst thing was that when people started hearing about me in London and wanting to visit me, so when collectors started coming to me, asking me to see an object, of course I had nothing to show them. So by them buying from me, they killed me twice. The first killing was not to allow me to go to the fair, and the second, by taking away what I had to offer. So I started working harder and harder, and I thought, the best thing I can do is have exhibitions, my own exhibitions. So in '72, already 12 years after starting, and I started exhibiting objects, and at the same time cataloging them as best as I could, with the help of scholars, with the help of, and then the company suddenly grew up. My plan to retire, but nobody believes I want to retire. They want me to stay till I drop dead. I have no plan except to try and improve exhibitions, to concentrate on maybe areas which are not so popular. You look at this wonderful ball coming up now at Sotheby's, the Kangxi ball. That was considered, when I started, they were all modern fakes, copies. They didn't believe in these seals. They didn't believe in these Kangxi red seals. And of course later, with people like Julian Thompson, who helped tremendously to develop this field, they started, reasoning that these were really made under the Emperor Kangxi, and probably, they were in the Gugong and they were used by them. You think I'm always at the top because you don't know when I'm at the bottom. You don't know when I'm losing or when I made a mistake. Like everybody else, I also make mistakes sometimes. This up and down to do with fashion, I don't really believe there is such a thing as fashion. I think when prices go up, they attract more people because they feel they can make money. It's not fashion, it's people suddenly concentrate on one particular piece, particular period, particular material. They buy it, the price goes up at the auction, it makes news, and more people rush into it, and more people rush into it, the price goes higher. The more the price goes higher, the more people rush into it, and unfortunately it becomes like the stock market. My advice would be to first of all go and visit a dealer, a recommended dealer, and the dealer will help you. He will show you pieces and explain them to you. Go to an auction, have a look at what you like. The next thing is go to a museum and read. Read as much as you can to understand under what circumstances was this particular piece made. Then they can go back to the dealer or back to the auction and compare it. They go back to the museum again, but many people are impatient. They want a quick result, a quick profit. A lot of people want to know, and they ask us, if I buy this, is it a good investment? Will the price go up? Will I make a profit? And sometimes I get upset and I said, you shouldn't buy it as an investment to make money, and you should buy it to enjoy it. But if you're going to enjoy it for 5 or 10 years and it's going to cost you to resell it at the same price, why don't you think the enjoyment you had every year and put some money towards the enjoyment? Then you won't regret